Welcome back for more on NC Sports Weekly News, where the water sports action never quits. And it's another packed lineup on the world's oceans. Courtney Conlogue defeats Lakey Peterson to win the Caiscais Pro and now leads the WSL women's rankings. Tokyo finally breaks the spell. Surfing gets the recommendation for the 2020 Olympic Games. Beaudart and Lipinski win the Proto and the Series in Leg 1 of the Mini Transat de Guadaloupe 2015. Azzurra seals the deal in Portugal to win the 52 Superseries title. Andy Van Zyl reports Brazil's Tavares and Carvahlo are crowned Snipe World Champions in Talamone, Italy. Lobu takes the Bilbao final, but Hunt is king of the Cliff Diving World Series. Chalice Popke with the story. A new discipline is born. California hosts the very first ISA Adaptive Surf World Championship. NC Sports plunge into the action. Sealing a key win in Portugal, Courtney Conlogue defeated Lakey Peterson in a 16-10 to 12-34 All-Californian final last week at the WSL Caiscais Pro. With Hawaii's Carissa Moore bumped out in round 4, also by Peterson, Conlogue now leaps back on top of the world rankings with just 2 events left in the season.
That yellow jersey, having it back is going to be sweet. I didn't like only having it for one event. That was a bummer. I think I've just learned, I'm very serious as soon as I put that jersey on, but I gotta have fun and enjoy what I'm doing. And if you're not, then you'll see it in your performance.
Few points now separate Conlogue and Moore on the world rankings, promising a hard-fought end of the 2015 season in women's surfing. Further back, Aussie Sally Fitzgibbons, Peterson, and Bianca Buitendag from South Africa could all still spoil the party for the leaders as they battle for third. A quest lasting over 2 decades and the last 5 editions of the Games may have finally reached its highly coveted objective. Last Sunday, the Tokyo 2020 Organizing Committee officially announced the recommendation to include surfing in its list of new Olympic sports. Short of an official confirmation from the International Olympic Committee, which should arrive in August 2016, this is the best news the surfing community has ever received since the early 1990s. The International Surfing Association has been at the forefront of this long campaign, first spearheaded by President Jacques Hellé, and has now nearly reached its goal with the relentless Fernando Aguirre. Surfing is truly a global sport where athletes are a strong and positive influence on young people around the world, he declared to the media. And they are a very relevant part of our youth culture and serve as inspirational figures, naturally representing Olympic values. After 6 days, 19 hours, 4 minutes and 46 seconds, Frenchman David Beaudart crossed the line in Lanzarote last Saturday evening to win Leg 1 of the Mini Transat de Guadaloupe 2015 in the Proto division. This was a tough leg for the fleet of over 70 Mini Open 650s that began on September 19 in France's Douarnenez. First tackling light winds in the Gulf of Biscay, then making the rough ride down the Iberian Peninsula, and finally gliding downwind towards the Canaries.
It was great. At the end we had a great downwind ride, which was fun. This boat never ceases to astonish me. It's a beast of a boat. It turned out really well. It was perfect, a super race. Plus, I managed to open a nice gap on the others.
Beaudart FlexiRoube cherche co-sponsor preceded compatriots Axel Train on Aleph Racing and Frédéric Denis on Nautipark. Just 6 minutes apart and locked into a true ocean match race for second and third. All French podium also for the series division with Ian Lipinski on Entreprise Innovante taking first in 7 days, 14 hours and 31 minutes. Les Tourcoing on Terial and Fernbach on Le Poufifon et Naples completed the podium respectively second and third. Another 2,717 nautical miles of solo sailing now await the skippers at Leg 2 of this Mini Transat 2015. Starting October 31st, the fleet will ride the trade winds for an estimated 2 weeks, all the way across the Atlantic to the Caribbean and the island of Guadaloupe. Caiscais also took center stage with pro sailing. Entering the final event of the season with a huge 35-point advantage, Team Azzurra was short of first place but confirmed its supremacy in 2015 by conquering the 52 Superseries world title in the last Portuguese chapter. A broken Jenneker and a 10th place finish on race 8 ultimately delivered this regatta to the American arch-rivals on Quantum Racing, led by America's Cup 32 winner Ed Baird. Yet the Italian-Argentinian crew still showed who's boss by winning the last race here in Caiscais. Also thanks to wizard tactician Vasco Ascotto, another AC veteran who again played a key role. A double party was full on as the team added the series title on last month's World Championship to complete an extraordinary 2015.
Wow, we are celebrating, we're very happy. It was a good ending for the season to just win the last race. Anyway, we had the... well, it is very important because the last races we have not developed a good result, and it's good to end up first and show that we're going to be the #1 for the whole year next year.
Flying the banner of the yacht club Costa Smeralda since the 1983's America's Cup, Azzurra is one of Italy's most famous sailing teams. Involved in the 52 Super Series early on, it has found in this circuit the right mix of competition, technology, and prestige.
Sports fans, I'm Nathan Sale and I'm in the beautiful bay of Talamone for the Snipe World Championship. This is the second time that Italy has played host to the championship, and after a spectacular few days sailing in this unique harbour, it's time to meet your Brazilian duo, the 2015 Snipe World Champions.
I still can't believe it. We came to this event just to be top 10. And things just went like the better way, and we could be able to realize an excellent last race, and Luis deserved it also, and we were just like in the last race. It's incredible. I just can't believe.
Brazilians Matheus Tavares and Gustavo Carvahlo had plenty to celebrate as they were crowned the 2015 Snipe World Champions with 51 points. After a nail-biting finish, they closed the gap with Argentinian Luis Saubi and Diego Lipsik, who had led the standings for an entire week but had to settle for second at 59 points. Third on the podium, Alvaro Martinez and Gabriel Utera from Spain with 61 points.
Huge upset in the final of the Cliff Diving World Series in Bilbao as reigning world champion Gary Hunt failed to make the top 8. Instead, after a tough personal season, underdog Steve LeBeau rocketed to the top of the podium with 481.5 points. The American was followed by Colombia's Orlando Duque and Blake Aldridge of the UK.
It's so amazing. It's been such a tumultuous year. I mean, everything from hitting my face on the platform to just finishing last twice, having to withdraw from a competition due to injuries. I couldn't be happier to take a win here.
Also winner of the 2015 FINA Worlds, British diving's greatest talent, however, did not miss his 5th World Series title in 7 years, thanks to a stellar performance and a massive overall lead going into the final. Hunt's reign clearly wouldn't be shaken by the Bilbao debacle. In fact, he won 6 of the 8 Red Bull events held, tallying an astonishing 1,320 total points, followed by Orlando Duque with 970 and Mexico's Jonathan Paredes with 849.
I'm not so disappointed to be not in the final. I mean, I've had an amazing year, the best year of my career, so I'm obviously over the moon. It's just strange, last year I was crowned champion here and come in second, and now I'm going to be crowned series champion and not be even in the final. So it's a bitter pill to swallow, but I'm sure I'll get over it and enjoy the championship.
Riders from 18 different countries flocked to La Jolla last weekend for the debut edition of the ISA Adaptive Surf World Championship. Thousands of Southern California fans gathered on the beach to cheer for these very special athletes, whose talents and ambitions are now being recognized in an official discipline with its own competitive circuit. A lifelong dream come true for many challenged surfers here, and especially for the top medal winners, who can now look forward to a real sports career. Bruno Hansen from Denmark got his gold in the prone. American Jesse Bilbao took the assist division. Aussie Mark Mono Stewart came on top in the stand. And Felipe Lima from Brazil dominated the upright. Join the current on Nautical Channel with top events from the wide world of water sports. Catch the interviews with the heroes, get complete results, and check out the amazing highlights from the water that are changing the name of the game. Plunge into the action with NC Sports.